We're going to be taking a look at multiplication using an area model on a grid. We're going to use the same problem that we used when working with the base 10 blocks, 3 times 14. When we're working with base 10 blocks, or if you're working with base 10 blocks in a virtual setting, that's more of a concrete model. Now we're moving to more of a representational model where we'll be sketching out the rectangle and we'll be using the grid to help us determine the area of each section of the rectangle. So we're going to utilize the problem 3 times 14. Let's increase the size here so it really stands out nicely for us. And I want to start by drawing out the rectangle. I'm going to use some lines over here. And I'm going to start with the width of 1, 2, 3. And color is really a helpful thing in this case. So I'm going to go ahead and use some nice bright colors. And there you can see I have 1, 2, 3. Now 3 by what? Well, it's going to be 3 by 14, but let's see if we can break this 14 down into some friendlier numbers by utilizing what we know about place value. So let's start with this 4 here. What does this 4 represent? Well, it represents 4 ones, right? What does this 1 represent? It represents 1/10, okay? So we have here 14 or 10 plus 4. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to start with the 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have my 3 by 10, and then I'm going to go ahead and put a little deal here to section this piece out. And the next part is going to be what? Let's see, we have 10 here. So how many more do we need to get to 14? Well, if you said 4, you're exactly right. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and insert some little text boxes so that we can do some labeling here, okay? So what was the length of this side of our rectangle here? Yeah, it was 3. And I'm going to backfill that so it stands out nice and bright for us. So there's our 3. What about the length of this section right up here? Yeah, this section had a length of 10. Let's take a look at this section over here. What was the length of this section? 4. All right, very good. So now we need to find the area of each of these rectangles. So let's see what we can do. Well, I know that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I could count by 10s. 10, 20, 30. Or remember what we know about area. In this case, the area of a rectangle here, the length times the width. So 3 times 10 is 30. I'm going to go ahead and write that down, right down here. Keep track of our thinking here. And then we'll check in just a minute to see if we were correct. Let's confirm that we were correct. And that's the thing I really like about using the area model on a grid is how do you think we can find out if we're right? Exactly right. Well, we could count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. 3 groups of 10 is equal to 30. So we were correct. All right, let's take a look at this next one here. So 3 times 10 is 30. What about 3 times 4? Well, let's check it out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's one group of 4, 2 groups of 4, 3 groups of 4. So I'm going to go ahead and write that down. We are dealing with 3 groups of 4. And what is 3 groups of 4? Well, you might know already. 3 times 4 is 12. 4, 8, 12. But how else can we confirm that using our area model on a grid? We can count each one of the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So now we know that the area of this square right here is 12. I'm going to go ahead and actually write, let's see if I have scribble tool. That's what I want. All right. So the area here is 12. And I would love to change the color on that in just a minute. The area here is 30. All right, now we'll come over here, make that a nice bright color that stands out for us. Oh, that's not as bright as I was hoping. Let's see, let's try big font. Yeah, that's better. So many cool things we can do with Google Drawings, right? All right, so we'll come back over here. We're gonna go with this nice teal color again, big 8-point font here. And alrighty, now, what do we need to do to find the total area represented in this area model? Well, earlier you said that 10 plus 4 was 14, right? So we know that 3 groups of 10 is 30 and 3 groups of 4 is 12. So the next thing for us to do is to add the 2 areas together to get a total, 30 plus 12. I'm going to go ahead and insert a text box down here, and we're going to do that next. $30 plus 12, and that equals 42. Now, how could we check this to be sure? To be sure, we could count every single square.